Morning.
I have Mr. Arroyo on your in-custody docket.
Okay.
We're here for a bail order.
And for what it's worth, you don't really have to approach. The only time is if you need something, then just for, it's a high bond, huh?
It is, Your Honor. We are requesting a PR.
Say it again.
We are requesting a PR bond, so.
Good morning, Mr. Arroyo.
Sir.
How's jail? Fun?
Oh, sir.
So February, you have a terroristic threat with us of a family or household member, and now
Okay, pause. This judge wastes zero time. A bail order hearing might sound routine, but it can literally make or break the defendant's entire future. Think of it like a legal checkout line. The court is deciding whether he walks out the front door today or goes back through the steel one. And with a high bond mentioned this early, yeah, this isn't looking like a casual Monday morning.
Everyone exited the residence safely except for the defendant. Met with the complainant witness who stated she had been dating the defendant for 3 years and broken up with him hours before, and the defendant left the residence. When was asked the defendant if he wanted to retrieve some items, and the defendant said no. The defendant came back to the residence, and the complaining witness refused to let him in. Short time later, the defendant sent the complaining witness a picture of him inside her vehicle, pointing a handgun at her bedroom window. The complaining witness saw a laser through her bedroom window, which she knew was attached to a handgun that he owned. The defendant threatened to kick her door down and make forced entry into her home. The complaining witness still refused, and the defendant began hitting the windows around the house and screaming the complaining witness's name. The complaining witness called 911 and went inside a different bedroom.
like something out of a movie, like a horror movie.
A second witness, the uncle, let the defendant inside the residence because he was unaware of the break-in. The defendant went straight into his room. The officers tried to make contact with the defendant but were unsuccessful. The defendant was identified by a photo and date of birth.
So tell me what happened now in the new, please, in the evading.
Yes, Your Honor. On April 2nd, 2025, a law enforcement officer was dispatched to a vehicle in reference to a discharge of a firearm. While searching the neighborhood, the law enforcement officer made contact with the witness, who advised that the driver was a Hispanic male with light bushy hair, and the vehicle had a plastic wrapping around the rear window with one laminated tail lamp. The law enforcement officer continued to search the neighborhood and observed a vehicle that matched the description. The law enforcement officer made a U-turn and pursued the vehicle. As the law enforcement officer approached the vehicle, the driver accelerated speed and disregarded a stop sign.
Tell me they found a gun.
The law enforcement officer do not have that vehicle. The law enforcement officer initiated lights and sirens to stop the vehicle, failed to stop, accelerated speed, and disregarded multiple stop signs for approximately 3 minutes, and around 1.5 miles of roadway, reaching a speed of 62 miles an hour. There were multiple areas the defendant could safely stop, and the defendant stated he evaded because he believes he had an open warrant for family violence. I
Was this
believe
in warrant status? Do we know?
if this wasn't warrant status, Your Honor, let me.
It was a 2B, Your Honor. It was a 2B that was filed. It wasn't so I think they're speaking about the terroristic threat family violence in our case. And it was filed as a 2B. He never was arrested on it or didn't have a court record.
You know, Mr. Arroyo, you need to think that in this world, when you go to jail, you now know you have no one that's going to pony up money to get you out. So when you go to jail on charges, you were stuck.
And here's the judge's big point. Bonds are based on trust. If someone keeps getting arrested while already out on bond, the court sees it as a giant red flag. It's like borrowing your friend's car, crashing it, and then asking to borrow their new car the next day. Judges look at patterns, and this defendant's pattern is stacking cases like they're bonus levels.
This case?
I did not. I was just appointed today to him. But I'm just looking at the procedural posture of the case. He does not appear to be a flight risk of any kind. He took those cases and.
Well, I mean, he's evading capture now with the police, you know? Something's going on with you, man. I don't know what's going on, but who do you have in your life? Who's around to give, our mom, dad, who do you have? You got a son? What? You're a baby yourself. I mean, do you live with mom?
I live with my mom.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Who do you live with?
Yeah, I live with my mom.
Do you actually live there or are you out on the street all the time?
I actually do live there. I stay there and I take my sisters to school in the morning and pick them up after school. And I work and I take care of my son every day that I can when I'm not working. And he sleeps over if I'm not going to work the next day. That's all I'm really doing. But
In the
I
last
just-
couple months, you've had 4 charges. What do we need to do to ensure you don't pick up a 5th?
He is now living with his mother. It sounds like before he was staying with the employment. So the change in location is going to be helpful, certainly. He now has employment. He works at Cosmic Air.
Let's do this. If you can, is mom here? No.
I don't believe
No,
so.
So let's do this. If you can verify that she will actually take him, because I'm not giving you a PR bond or even a bond reduction for you to just go out on the street.
Sir.
If I let you out, I'm putting you under very strict rules. No dope, no alcohol, and I'm going to test you like crazy. Does he have a license? You're not allowed to drive. I don't care what you got to do. I don't care about your little brother having to go somewhere or your son. If you don't have a license and you don't have car insurance, then no driving. That is a bond condition. I'm going to have you sign an affidavit promising you. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing an additional 6 months. But I'm not letting you out unless you have a stable place to go to, because I don't want you out on the street. Nothing good. And I'm giving you a curfew as well. You understand?
Sir,
I'm going to put a monitor so I know where you are at all times, and then we'll talk. But first things first, not to the street. If you can verify that he's got a place, then let's talk, and I'm happy to do something.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Good morning, Mr. Bustamante.
Good morning.
So you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You now also have an immigration detainer. I will tell you that when you show up to court, good things happen. This doesn't have to happen. But when you continue to miss court, this is what happens. You ever pick up another charge, come to court.
Venga a la corte.
It's not a bad thing.
No es nada
You
malo.
understand?
¿Entiendes?
Now you will end up with a conviction on your record. This DWI will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. If you ever get into a car and drive and you have the smell of anything funky, it's probably not going to go well for you. So I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, get into a car and drive.
En un carro y manejo.
After today, you will now be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick
Hacer
up.
en la cárcel en cualquier nuevo caso.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. You can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Quiere hacer
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty?
guilty.
I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to 30 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 90 days, the 19 days that you've done. I'm now going to suspend your license for 90 days.
Ese pues no.
Do not drive until you get a license. Good luck to you, sir. Is your guy here?
Yes, sir.
Bring him up.
No, not at all. We have a disconnect on the reinstatement fee. Is the court requiring the reinstatement fee? I was told.
I'm not going to. I want to admonish him.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool,
Hey,
cool.
Ed.
Mr. Fairfield, yes, we.
You know,
yeah,
I'm
yes.
not, no, I was going to grant it regardless.
Okay, cool, okay. It was a disconnect that he came to us. Come over here, Mr. Fairfield.
Oh, yeah.
He's already in PTI.
Okay, great. He already has an interlock, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you need to understand a couple things, that this license right here is on my name. You are only allowed to drive a car that has an interlock on it. This doesn't give you an open license to drive any car, only ones that have an interlock on it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.